support you. So thank this church. And just that when I was made my first visit was to the church. I'm from the Baptist church, but out here now I don't have any particular faith that I do practice. I go to Baptist, Presbyterian, and wheresoever they are adopting. So we are behind you, and I hope this is not the last time that we will come here. This is just where's our president? Our national president was Ankuda. You know, you started it saying that somebody stood up and tried to oppose the pastor, that new pastor. Let me start with you too. You know, you said something that this is just a tiny step to a destiny. It's not tiny. There's never a tiny positive step. It's only tiny if you make it behind. But if you make it forward, it's a mighty step. So this is not a tiny step. It's a mighty step. It's a mighty step. So I know you were just trying to, but next time, don't put any word behind, any word in front of tiny. Say this is a mighty step. Because this, it looks simple, but later on you will not believe the outcome. Thank this church so much. I'm proud to be part of this. And I will not want to take all your time, but if you give me the time, I will keep going and going and going. So I hope we will meet again and we'll have a lot of causes to celebrate. God bless this church. I wish to say God bless this street and this environment. The first thing I noticed were these trees. I started commenting about these trees, and when you came, when Pastor started narrating the history of these trees, we hope these trees will continue to keep this place, how do we say it, not warm, alive, because I came from Pittsburgh, California. It's been so hot out there. When we came, as soon as we came into these green trees, everything changed. So we need to bring them out into the open, let them get some warmth. These guys have been too cold in here. You need to go out. So God bless you all. God bless Zamkuda and those who have traveled from far. I hope when you get back to your places, you will be smiling, and as well as the people around you. God bless you all for coming from far. We'll be visiting you whenever you call us to. God bless this church for congregation. I just met a new wife, the one who was dancing here. I don't know her name. I just wish to know her name. She danced so well, and I'm so grateful. You know, I'm not happy with my women. You know, our women were like, I don't know what they're trying to prove, but they were not really dancing. She alone did the whole dancing. So God bless this church, and Madam, God bless you. Okay? Thank you all for this time, and safe journey back to our various destinations, even though some of us are just neighbors of this church. We'll be meeting again by the grace of God. God bless you all. Thank you.
It's always great to sit and listen to you, His Royal Highness. It's always great. And taking just from where you ended, I just want to tell our sister, if we were in Cameroon, you'll be the next. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. You'll be the next. Okay. Well, those of us who were here this morning, we got an interesting account from our brother Steve, as you heard from our national president, who spent close to a year in Zantari. There have been many questions. A young American just graduated from university with all the opportunities out here. to take that decision to leave all the comfort which you guys now have here to go spend close to a year in a village all the way up there in the grassfield. It's really a long story.
Oh my.
I cannot say our national president, Dr. Mark, and the others, it's only you, Steve, who can take this opportunity now to paraphrase the motives, the purpose of your close to Crawford State exactly. What took you there? And where are we going from there? And where do we go from there?
Okay, so I guess now I have to confront very personal questions in front of a large audience that I actually confront almost every single day. So, thank you, Nebo, for bringing that up. It is a good question, and I guess for those of you who don't know me very well, it can also be a little bit confusing too, in the sense that, you know, many people do these kinds of altruistic things for many different reasons, and, you know, the notion of altruism fascinates me, and I think we all find our personal reasons why we do the things that we do. And you can find as many studies out there as there are, you know, grains of sand in the ocean to show that giving is one of the things that makes us feel the best. And I'd say that, you know, in my life, I've always been drawn towards environmental concerns because that was where I felt I could do the most good. And then I was drawn by Gideon and his invitation because this is another place in life where I felt I could do the most good, and that's why I'm going to keep with it, because there's so much good that can be done, and there's so much joy that can be brought to the village, and there's so much joy that can be brought to these people, that I can honestly say that I've seen some really hard situations over there during 7 months, which is not all that long, but it doesn't take all that long to see these situations. And I can, you know, honestly say that there's so much good that can come from it that it makes it all worthwhile. From the perspective of someone who's just 25 and you know, still trying to figure out a lot of questions and a lot of answers to a lot of things in life, I can honestly say that, you know, one of the things that I find comforted the most is the fact that, you know, I feel committed to something. And I was talking to some people earlier this afternoon about making promises, and that it's actually very difficult for me to even make a promise. You know, I work with lots of groups like Engineers Without Borders, and the first thing I tell them is, don't make promises. When you travel to developing nations, you know, don't promise you can do this, don't promise you can do that, because it's very difficult for people in situations like, you know, like mine, like ours, to be able to promise something and then not be able to deliver it. And a broken promise to me is kind of a terrible thing. And heck, I can barely promise to take out, you know, the trash on Thursday mornings and be able to keep that promise too. So, you know, everyone's got promises that they don't really want to break, so we're very nervous about making it. The promise I did make to the fawn, the climb head, and the people that I worked with, you know, every time I sat down with someone, they told me about their life in their village, and even if they weren't going to be there in a year or in 2 years because they were getting old, that I said, you know what, I will promise to do what I can for as long as I can for this project. Everyone's got to have a battle to find in life, you know, to find their own peace and happiness, and this is mine. So, thank you, Nebo, for making me come up here and admit it to myself.
Thank you, Steve. Can you stand here for a minute? On behalf of Sadakuda USA, I want us to put our hands together and give Steve another round of applause.